Morning, another beautiful day in God's kingdom. They say you wouldn't know if you don't try. Well, let's take a look at what we have today. We're looking at a conversation that's going on between God and Abraham. And we're going to just jump in at some point in the conversation, but you get the gist of it as we go along. So we're going to be looking at Genesis chapter 18, and we're going to read even now from verse 26. And the Lord replied to Abraham, and he said, if I find 50 righteous people in Sodom, I will spare the entire city for their sake. Then Abraham spoke again, since I have begun, let me speak further to my Lord, even though I am but dust and ashes. Suppose there are only 45 righteous people rather than 50. Will you destroy the whole city for the lack of 5? And the Lord said, I will not destroy it if I find 45 righteous people there. Then Abraham pressed his request further. Suppose there are only 40. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 40. Please don't be angry with me, my Lord. Abraham pleaded, let me speak. Suppose only 30 righteous people are found. And the Lord replied, I will not destroy it if I find 30. Then Abraham said, since I have dared to speak to the Lord, let me continue. Suppose there are only 20. And the Lord replied, then I will not destroy it for the sake of the 20. Finally, Abraham said, Lord, please don't be angry with me if I speak one more time. Suppose only 10 are found there. And the Lord replied, then I will not destroy it for the sake of the 10. And what is it that we see here? We see Abraham, negotiating with God. God had told Abraham that he was going to destroy the cities of Sodom, and Gomorrah. And Abraham now began to intercede, probably because he knew that his nephew was living, his nephew Lot was living in that city of Sodom. So he began to intercede and to ask God, okay, God, what about if you found 50 righteous people? Would you destroy the city? And it brings it all the way from 50 all the way down to 10, and he was satisfied at that point. And it just tells us something that's important. See, God doesn't mind us talking to him, negotiating with him, praying, in the place of prayer, coming to him and bringing our reasons for why we want him to intervene in a particular situation, why we want him to have mercy in a particular situation. God wants us to do that because he was willing to entertain everything that Abraham was presenting to him. Even as he began to reduce the numbers, God kept saying, yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. And you never know if you don't ask. So let's go before the Lord and bring our petitions to him. And the same applies to you as well. You might be there thinking, oh God, I've done so many bad things. I've done so many evil things. God's not going to forgive me. But you know what? Why don't you come to God? God is a God of mercy. Whether you're interceding for somebody, as in praying for somebody, a city or a nation or a person or, a member of your family or whoever, or you're even praying for yourself. God is willing to hear you because he's a God of mercy and he's a God of love. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.